Here is the recap of the first season of The Penguin. To understand some of the moments of this series, I advise you to watch the movie Batman 2022. After Riddler blows up the dam, chaos sweeps the entire city. Carmine Falcone is killed, and his criminal empire begins to crumble. His brother named Luca takes over, but he's not doing a very good job of running the business. Meanwhile, Oz, nicknamed Penguin, realizes that this is a great opportunity to make a name for himself. He's been working for the Falcone family for a long time, but they don't take him seriously. Oz returns to the late Carmine's ruined club and opens his safe. There he discovers documents with dirt on influential people of the city, as well as jewelry for a tidy amount of money. Penguin realizes that this will be a great start for him, as suddenly appears Alberto Falcone, the son of a former mafia leader. The guy tells Oz that he is going to market a new substance that will make a sensation on the streets of Gotham. After that, he starts to bully Penguin. The main character can't stand it and kills Alberto. Trying to get rid of the corpse, he runs into teenagers who wanted to steal wheels from his car. All scatter, but Oz manages to stop one, named Vic, after which he forces him to drag the corpse into the trunk. Together they hide the body in a secret place, and at first Penguin wanted to get rid of the guy. But soon he saw something in him, and instead of a bullet in the forehead, he offered to work for him as a driver and do various small tasks for him. The next day, Oz is called in by the Falcone family. Due to the tense situation in the city, they demand that he move his production of illegal substances to another city. Penguin realizes that this could completely destroy all his plans, so he retells to his bosses the words of Alberto about a new drug that will make a sensation on the streets of Gotham. This conversation is overheard by Sofia Falcone, who has just been released from Arkham Asylum. She suspects Oz in the disappearance of her brother Alberto. As it turns out, the idea with a new drug was hers, and for some reason Penguin found out about it. However, the main character manages to talk Sofia out of it. After this meeting, Oz rushes to his elderly mother named Frances, whom he hides from everyone, and to the public she is dead. He realizes that he has left a trace, and Falcone will soon guess that it was him who killed Alberto, so he plans to run away with his mother from the city. Only she refuses to leave and convinces her son to fight for his dream. Oz visits Salvatore Maroni in prison. He is the leader of a criminal gang who were once defeated by Falcone. Penguin offers him to take advantage of all the chaos in the city and retake the leading position in Gotham. Salvatore is hesitant at first, but eventually agrees to work with him. Soon, Oz makes it look as if it was Maroni who killed Alberto, which removes all suspicion from himself. The next day, he helps Maroni steal equipment from Falcone to produce illegal substances. Sofia believes that there is a mole in their family, and throughout the episode they try to find him. However, Oz manages to outsmart everyone again. The family was supposed to be run by Sofia, but the current leader Luca and his subordinates believe that the former psychopath cannot be trusted to run their crime syndicate. Oz notices Sofia's displeasure and offers to act behind the family's back. She decides to trust him and tells him about the new substance. It turns out that it is created from mushrooms and was previously used on the prisoners in Arkham. The main characters call the product Bliss, and through the Chinese mafia sell it in clubs. Meanwhile, Vic thinks that he is not fit for all this work and wants to run away with his girlfriend. But the guy is afraid that because of everything he knows, Oz might kill him. However, when Penguin finds out that Vic wants to run away, he lets him go. Soon Maroni's men realize that Oz has started working with Sofia behind their backs, and he, mind you, promised to work with them. So they decide to execute the main characters. At this time, Vic, who was about to leave, learns about the whole situation. He decides to return and saves his boss. But Oz leaves Sofia to her fate. We are shown events from 10 years ago. Young Sofia learns from a reporter that her father, Carmine Falcone, may be a serial killer who strangles and hangs his victims. Sofia's mother died in a similar manner, so after searching deeper, Sofia realizes that the rumors aren't lying. She meets the reporter again, and Oz, who was her driver, finds out about it. He tells Carmine everything, causing him to be promoted. However, Oz did not expect exactly what Falcone would do. Her father was afraid that his daughter would turn him into the police, so he put Sofia in Arkham, making it look as if she had killed all those women. The poor woman is drugged and tortured with electricity for 10 years, which eventually causes her to really go cuckoo and kill one of the prisoners. The only one who believed in Sofia's words was Dr. Rush. However, there was nothing he could do, as the powerful people were involved in her imprisonment. In the future, the doctor becomes Sofia's lover. Back in our time, the woman manages to escape from the place where the Maroni wanted to execute her and Oz. Now she knows that it was actually Penguin who killed her brother, and agreed with Maroni to do business together. But she will get no help from her family as they think she is crazy. Sofia decides to take action. She waits until all the Falcone's top people stay at their estate and releases poison gas, causing everyone to die, except the girl she saves. Sofia is now the leader of the family by seniority, but she's not going to leave things the way they were. Sofia changes her last name to her mother's, and now their criminal gang is called Gigante. Meanwhile, Oz kidnaps Maroni's son and wants to trade him for the stolen bliss. But in fact, the vengeful Penguin is not going to cooperate with Maroni, and during the meeting kills the guy, as well as Salvatore's wife. Then bribes the prison guards to kill the leader of their family as well, but Salvatore survives and escapes from imprisonment. Soon Sofia finds him, and the old man thinks that she has come to avenge everything that was between their families. However, she instead offers him an alliance. Together, their two families will surely be able to take over the city. Meanwhile, Oz realizes that things are not going according to plan. Maroni is alive, and even teamed up with Sofia, who will certainly want revenge. So he takes his mother and hides with her in the slums of the city, which were most affected by the recent flooding. But Penguin is not about to give up. He remembers the old abandoned tunnels under the city and organizes his base there, where he creates a production of bliss. After a while, Oz expands the distribution of the bliss throughout the city, while cooperating with small Gotham gangs. Sofia and Salvatore find out about it, but they can't track down where the Penguin's base is. So they decide to act in a different way, and begin to execute dealers who sell bliss on the streets of the city. After that, the gangs, scared of Maroni and Gigante, stop buying the product from Oz. Penguin, not thinking long, instructs his men to distribute bliss wherever they can for free, thus creating a demand for it. He also sets up a meeting with the smaller gangs, where he suggests they form an alliance. Since Maroni and Gigante are working together, they must unite to take over the city and overthrow the old families from their thrones. The heads of the gangs hesitate at first, but eventually agree to join forces. We're shown the past. As a child, Oz had two brothers who were always teasing him. He was always jealous of his mother, as he wanted to be the only favorite son. So one day he locked them in a sewer during a heavy downpour, which caused them to drown. Nowadays the slum still has no electricity, and Oz's mother, who is already out of her mind from old age, begins to freeze from the cold. Penguin uses the dirt he took from the club at the beginning of the season, and forces a corrupt counselor to restore electricity to the slum. Meanwhile, Vic meets an acquaintance on the street who starts threatening him that he will tell Sofia and Salvador exactly where Penguin is hiding. Vic has nothing to do but shoot the blackmailer. Sofia, along with Salvador, tries to find anyone Oz considers close to lure him out. Just a reminder, Oz's mother is presumed dead. Sofia gets on the trail of a prostitute who services the Penguin on a frequent basis. From her, she learns exactly where he is hiding. Sofia finds an apartment with his mother and kidnaps her. Oz is soon caught as well. Maroni forces him to show him where his base is. However, when they get there, Penguin's men fight back and Oz kills Salvador. The main character calls Sofia and proposes a trade. His mother for the lab and the whole market in total. But Sofia realizes that once again he will simply trick her and sends him a car filled with explosives. The entire Penguin base is destroyed, but the cunning Oz manages to survive. A penguin who has come to his senses is kidnapped by Sofia's men. The man is tied to a chair next to his mother, and Sofia demands that Oz confess to her that he killed his brothers when he was a child. The thing is, Dr. Rush used hypnosis to get into Frances's memory. It turns out she knew that her son killed his brothers, but decided to do nothing about it. Sofia wants to make Oz suffer, so she demands that he hurts the mother he loves so much with his confession. Frances ends up calling her son a monster, but suddenly she has a stroke. Penguin manages to free himself, and he takes his mother to the hospital. Sofia, seeking revenge, meets with the same small gangs that initially teamed up with Oz, but when the lab blew up, they ditched him. Sofia promises to give all her business to the gang that will bring Penguin to her. He is soon caught, but when it comes to the exchange, it turns out Penguin planned the whole thing. The thing is, although the leaders of the small gangs betrayed him, the new generation didn't agree with them, so they killed their bosses and teamed up with Penguin. Oz goes out of town with Sofia, and the woman thinks he is going to kill her. However, suddenly the cops show up. It turns out earlier Oz had met with the very corrupt counselor. He tells him that it was actually a crazy Sofia Falcone who blew up the tunnels in an attempt to destroy Maroni's lab. Oz hints that this councilman's career will fly uphill if he blames Sofia for all of the city's problems. And he's the one who turned on the electricity in the slums, so he's guaranteed to have the support of the people. In exchange, Penguin only wants the counselor to introduce him to the influential people of Gotham. Meanwhile, the cops catch Sofia and bring her back to Arkham. Soon, Dr. Rush visits her and gives Woman a letter from her cousin Selina Kyle, also known as Catwoman. After defeating his enemies, Penguin returns to the hospital where he learns that his mother has turned into a vegetable due to old age and poor health in general. Oz has been on the road to his dream for so long, and now that he's ready to give his mom everything she desires, but he can't do it. Soon in the park, he thanks Vic for being with him all this time. Then he kills him because he really knows too much, and for Penguin's future plans, it could be a problem. Some time passes. Oz buys a penthouse in a hotel and puts his mother on the top floor, as she always wanted. He then goes down to the hall where he is greeted by a prostitute who looks like his mom. He asks her to tell him that she loves him and is proud of her son, which the woman actually does. This is the end of the first season. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the like button. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.